Good. Hey, Shalom, Mike Young.
Shalom.
Hey, want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of New York and Connecticut. Peace and many salutations to y'all that's toiling in his truth. All right, we're going to go ahead and dive right onto it. Anybody got that precept that I come for?
This is Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
That's right. So the day of your security, right, when you think everything's cool, guess what? The Most High's wrath is going to come upon you. Now, we're in downtown Dallas, and it's the first day of spring. And as you can see, as brothers can see, it's like you can't see on the camera. There's more people out, right? People are enjoying the weather. People are tossing it up. You know what I'm saying? Parlaying. But it's gonna come to that time to where you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to have a good time because you're not gonna be able to afford it. Food is not gonna be readily available. Okay. All right. Things are about to go up substantially because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. All right. America is losing the war economically speaking on different fronts, and also they're losing as far as the battleground. Contrary to what this mainstream media is reporting. If you look at alternate news outlets, they're actually saying that America is the ones that's running out of missiles. Okay. Think about it. If America was winning the war, the objectives of the war would already be founded. There would have been a different administration in Iran, right? And also, the Strait of Hormuz would have been controlled by the U.S. versus Iran. These two objectives you don't see happening. In fact, you see the war continuing. You have Trump asking for what, 20 billion war? Can we fact check what I just said? Trump asking for more money. I think it's 20 billion more. 200 billion for the war.
I got you.
Right? So you have Trump, he's asking for more money for the war. Showing you that guess what? These resources that America has is being used up because of this war at an exponential rate. Go ahead, brother.
This is from APnews.com. It says Pentagon seeks 200 billion in additional funds for the Iran war.
That's right. So they petitioned for, additional funding. Right now, you have TSA. Hopefully I'm saying that. The TSA, they're totally shut down.
Right. Wow.
You had these workers not getting paid.
Right.
Okay. To where certain airports are evacuating.
Yep. Yeah.
People are have to wait for 3 hours just to hopefully get a flight, and it's not happening. You got these TSA workers. They go into food pantries to get food.
Yep.
Okay. Which what is TSA a part of? TSA is a part of basically homeland security. Okay. So things are heating up to where it's very possible that it could be a T attack here, man. Go ahead, Go ahead.
So just back you up. It says due to severe staffing shortage during March 2026, the DHS shut down. Some airports are experiencing hours-long security lines, advising passengers to arrive significantly earlier than usual, while standard advised 3 hours early. Some reports indicates up to 4 to 5, and some extremes suggest including arriving a day early.
Yeah. Right. So you're talking about a whole day early just to hopefully get home. So you got all these people that was in Houston that flew out to Houston. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? To toss up. A lot of those people that flew out there, they're still there. They came out here for folly and decadence, and now they're suffering for it. So now it's very important that we are measuring the time diligently in itself. Right now is not a time of folly. Right now is not a time of decadence. It's time to take yourself seriously. But the majority of you people, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you don't take yourself seriously. Neither your God. So guess what? He's not going to take you seriously in your day of distress.
Right.
Go ahead, Andre.
2nd Ezra 15, verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten, the plague and punishment that the Most High, Yahweh shall bring upon it. Because if you look into Exodus, there was multiple plagues that happened before, the actual, deliverance of the Israelites out of the land of Egypt. There was multiple plagues, that happened. The strongest economy at that time. All right. Verse 13. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn. All right, going into food shortages. Right? It says, for their seed shall fail. Oh.
Yeah, they gonna park those real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It says, verse 13, 2nd Ezra 15 to 13, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consummation. All right. So again, that's food supply getting affected, man, in the last times. So it's only going to get worse. Okay.
Yeah. So, no. You have more than that.
No, that was about it.
That was it. Can we get 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 19? Get straight to the point.
I'm on right.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 19. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
That's right. So all these things that you see happening, that's coming to the earth, right, is for amendment, it's for correction. You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans have lived deliciously here in Babylon the Great, in decadence also. So guess what? Because of your insolence, because of your disobedience, guess what? The Most High is going to send plagues upon you, man. Okay? It's like them two nasty niggas that just walked by.
Yeah. Sodomites.
Yep.
Keep going on that.
Yeah, keep going.
All right, verse 2nd Ezra 16 and 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
That's right. So guess what? I mean, we're in that time now. Hey, prices going up on gas substantially. Food has gone up. Hey, your paycheck is not stretching as much as it used to. You know what I'm saying? Don't have kids. Oh my goodness. Seem like every week it's another bill to pay. You literally living to pay bills.
Yep.
Another bill. Another person hit you up say, hey, when you gonna pay us, man?
Man.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, that ran out to Caesar some real shit.
Yep. Rent is going up. The average person can't live in a 2-bedroom by themselves. Yeah, you got people out here saying that they're independent. You can't even afford a nice 1-bedroom anymore.
Yep.
Right? You know? Things are getting worse and worse, and yet people aren't considering that this is the will. Okay, damn. This is the will of the Heavenly Father. Hey, Haggai, the first chapter. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. Next one, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, this is Haggai chapter 1 in verse 5. It says, now therefore, thus saith Yahweh Shai of hosts, ye have sown much, and bring in little.
That's right.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
So you got people out there working 40 plus hours just to make ends meet, and it's not enough. It's not enough, right? This whole hustle culture,
Right.
right? Consumerism culture is dead.
Right.
Consumerism is dead. Being able to buy what you want and go here and you know, we're going on vacay and stuff. That shit is over with, bro. That shit done.
We're in a recession. We're entering a global recession.
Right.
Anytime there was water, the only people that profited off of that was the American families, the rich. You know, the American families with the rich. Like, for example, during COVID, or, well, you know, some of y'all say, during the CV.
Well, now,
Yeah, you know what I mean? During 2020, what was the companies that was the most? Amazon, you know, Tesla, you know what I mean? The companies that was already big continued to grow bigger, and they sucked the wealth from the lower class, right?
Right.
That's how it's all.
That's right. The lobbyists. There's a lot of these these various leaders, like Trump, for instance. He's in the pocket of the small head Zionists.
Right.
Right? His political campaign was basically funded by them. Guys like him, Bibi, right? Benjamin Netanyahu. They all funded, you know what I'm saying? Basically his candidacy, right? Also Mark Rubio, and if you dive deep into what they do, a lot of them manufacture certain plots to manipulate these leaders to think a certain way. Case in point, look what they did to. If you go back and see and really do research on the whole supposed assassination attempts by, you know, these left wingers. Who did Benjamin Netanyahu say they was responsible? Iran. So they're grooming. They actually groomed this guy to think a certain way to induce him to pull the trigger on war.
Right.
That's what they do. They manufacture certain plots. Okay.
Yep.
Right, for what? For their benefit.
Yeah.
Okay. And meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? They're doing all these wicked things on their beds. You know, that's what Micah the 2nd chapter. They're doing all these elaborate and intricate plots, and you just trying to make ends meet. You ain't thinking about that. The average person here, let me ask you something. I'm trying to get straight. I'm trying to grind,
Yeah.
and the grinding is ceasing.
That's right.
You can work hard. Working hard doesn't equate to more money. Working hard doesn't equate to security. What's going to secure you spiritually is understanding the will of the Heavenly Father, yet our people don't consider. Understand?
Continuing on, Haggai 1:6, it says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes."
That's right. So you earn wages to basically throw it away. It's a term called debt slaves. That's what the average person is. The average person, you know, has accumulated a substantial amount of debt, whether it be a mortgage, whether it be a car payment, okay, whether it be student loans, whether it be credit card payments, and all these things that keep people having to work, having to grind. And who's benefiting? These corporations, Esau, Edom, man, the Zionists, the small headers, these Talmudic followers. Okay? And when he did, guess what? He's going to cut off your way to make money.
Right.
Via what? Economic crash, and also AI.
That's right.
To put a what? To put a strand on you, to make you basically go into a certain path. And this is another example of a manufactured plot. It's gonna make you bow down to take that into
It's not, you can't be comfortable. Whatever your life is and how you live your life, it's not going to be comfortable. He set it up because you're going to ask for help. When people are stressed out, comfortable, uncomfortable, can't see things that they need because the thing that you want now you can't really receive now. Now he's affecting your necessities.
Right.
And when you affect your necessities, what? You need help. You're going to ask for help, and they're going to, like Quan just said, they're going to guide you through this particular path. And that's what Esau, that's the mind trick they always set up on, Jay. He set you up to make you say, okay, now I'm struggling. What can I do? And he said, I got an option. I got a solution for you. And ultimately, that will lead up to the MOT to the B.
Esau set it up to where he want people to depend upon him. It's all good in the beginning. Yeah, give you all this. He got your ass hooked. Now the switching bait is coming. You gonna want to get that damn chip now. That's right. If you been depending on the devil for so long, you're not gonna know which way to turn because you haven't been sowing nothing in the spirit. That's right. That's why it's so important now to consider your ways.
Yep.
Because the life that you're living right now is going to substantially change in a matter of months, brothers. Yep. In a matter of months. I would dare say less than that.
Yeah.
I would dare say less than that. If the Strait of Hormuz continue to be closed, America is about. I got this stat from Jay Reed. He said there's about 400 million gallons of oil reserve.
Yeah.
But America burns, utilizes about 20 million a day. So how much is that going to give us? About what, 20 days? Yeah. Until some serious decisions are going to have to be made?
Yeah. And it's affecting Babylon the Great's so-called allies. You could argue even more so than America.
Yep.
And that's how it's going to affect America because its allies are going to ultimately turn on it.
Right.
Because, for example, natural gas, there's a difference between natural gas and crude oil. Okay, so America has basically this is the largest, natural gas producer. Okay, so that's a form of energy. Okay, but America doesn't run on propane. Okay, it runs on petroleum.
Right.
And so obviously and other markets like Japan, for example, are heavily affected. Okay. And South Korea, heavily affected. So those
India.
democratic, India, a lot of those, like so-called allies of Babylon the Great over there in the Middle East and in East Asia area are getting jacked up. That's why you had the, newly elected prime minister woman. She was a woman in the Oval Office yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw that. And Trump made that ill-tasted remark of saying, because he got asked, by a Japanese reporter, why didn't you guys let us know that y'all were gonna bomb Iran? And Trump, this nigga said, "Oh, why didn't you guys tell me about Pearl Harbor?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he said that shit. And in front of literally, the prime minister of Japan is right next to her, and she all she could do is nervous laugh because it's like,
You can see it though. You can see it in her face. Like,
she's like, damn, man.
Hey, meanwhile, you got Japan making steps to buy oil from Iran, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Go
with
ahead.
Russia locking up, just to add on with Russia, so basically Trump, has recently contacted Putin and was like, all right, we're going to take off certain sanctions to allow oil to flow through you guys. You know what I mean? Just to kind of help the allies a little bit. You know what I mean? Because blocking the Strait of Hormuz, that's locking up a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to Russia with it. Like, look,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
But ultimately, the global economy is slowing down majorly.
Yeah. So I wanted to make a quick point because as far as Strait of Hormuz, right? It's got to the point where it's going to affect the petrodollars. Right? It's going to take away from that because Iran, they're only allowing certain people to go through, and then on top of that, in order to get the oil, they can't use dollars anymore.
Yep.
So that's taking up petrodollar, which is really putting America in a bad predicament.
Yep. Yeah, now, beautiful point. because I was watching Professor not Yang, but the one that's actually in Iran, Morandi.
Yeah, the Iranian dude.
Yeah, Morandi.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And he was saying, basically, the Strait of Hormuz will not be ran on the petrodollar anymore.
Yeah.
So this is going to cause some serious repercussions for America. America is being forced to do what? To go to war. And it's like you're announcing sending people over there to Iran. It's like, bro, you giving them opportunity to gain intel. You know that Russia's giving giving Iran intel. You know that China is giving Iran intel. So it's like you sending those people over there to get slaughtered, bro. The number of people that's getting killed, from U.S. soldiers, it's going to be so much that they're not going to be able to hide it, bro. You got these soldiers over here, man. They're not gun ho about nationalism. They're trying to get paid so they can go to school, maybe get that charger. They're not thinking about, man, I'm gonna die for my country. They're not thinking about that. You got motherfuckers, bitches in the bathroom screaming, having panic attacks, about crying, having panic attacks on TikTok. But I ain't know it's gonna be like this. Like, bitch, what you think that was a possibility?
Texas, sir.
Yeah. We getting all old and shit crying.
Yeah, you got weave in the Middle East.
Yeah, weave in the Middle East. You lost your damn mind. So Jake needs to consider this, bro.
Right.
But you know what though? Hey, 2/3, not for nothing, 2/3 of our people, they're not gonna consider.
Right.
They're gonna be X'd out. They're gonna be X'd out, and it's not gonna be nothing nice, brothers.
Yep. Right.
It's not gonna be nothing nice.
Yep.
So get your mind together. Because the said parents that's to come on the face of earth, it's not gonna be PG, bro.
All right.
It's not gonna be PG, brother. You got something?
Yeah, real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 13 and verse 11. It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease."
That's right. And this place is polluted with arrogancy, bro. The average person is very narcissistic.
Yep.
These women, oh my goodness,
Can't even say nothing.
can't even say that. Hey, it's to the point now to where if you in a path of a woman, she'll walk through you.
Yeah.
She won't say excuse me or anything, especially these hoes up here in Dallas.
I'm shot them bitches.
Yep. Hey, I done broke a shoulder at QT. Pull my pants up and everything. No, I don't play. Don't do that shit.
Oh shit.
It's a little jokey joke. Don't do that shit.
Like,
Yeah. You are girl like see ya. You know? That shit for today. Your whole shoulder's about to come down a little bit, bro.
oh yeah.
It's about to deflate a little bit, bro.
Right.
I have visions sometimes of a flock of women outside of QT just begging for help.
Yep.
We had, hey, not for that, 300,000 women have been so-called black women have been taken out of the workforce. Furloughed, laid off. And you got women out there that have been put over 100 applications, they can't find a gig.
A lot of apps.
Yep.
These are not women that got these
They
women
ain't
that
no
are saying they got master degrees, different things.
Yep.
Yep. Hurting. But that pride still there because they think that, guess what, things are gonna get better.
Yeah.
They can feed themselves, they have a little money reserved. They might have a little trick. That shit for to come to an end, bro.
Right. Take what I hate.
Yeah, that shit over. Hey, women ain't getting taken out on dates anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Not bad now.
They on YouTube and Facebook and any app complaining about that for a reason.
Where are all the men?
What a man at? Man ain't going to the club no more, man.
Fuck, bro.
Go to the club for what?
Right.
To buy a drink that's overpriced?
Yeah.
And to buy a bitch a drink that just to be like, have a conversation, you got a chance and then she walk out?
Right.
Damn, mid-sentence?
Yeah.
You didn't let me finish.
Yeah.
You got to get your own.
Yeah. Right.
That was like, nah, bitch, I ain't,
Yeah. These are the same women that said Cheesecake Factory ain't enough.
Right.
Yeah, you just got a list of what
Man.
of what is acceptable for a first date.
Yeah.
Now, the bitch can be eating cheese sandwiches.
Yep.
Now, how about that?
Yep. That's right.
Cheesecake Factory, the grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yep. You gotta get you some pimento cheese, baby.
That shit good motherfucker. It'll be fun tonight.
Yeah. Grilled pimento cheese. A lot of you hoes gonna be putting this is my struggle meal.
Man.
Right.
TikTok, this is my struggle meal.
Yeah.
That's
Something
like
make it look cute. That shit ain't cute forever.
I had one celery.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is bologna, but I grilled it. And why you gotta grill it. Nah, it ain't going down like that, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't going down like that, man. Your pride's supposed to be taken down, man. Go ahead, Doc.
That's right. Isaiah, continue on, Isaiah 13, in the middle of verse 11, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Yeah, so, because the thing is, the terrible, we already know that some plain white man is devil. Okay, but who's the one that goes right along the so-called black? All right, and the Latina and Native American women too, but chiefly the Indo, man. Okay, she the one.
She out of control.
Right. That's just like when you read Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, leading up to the 4th chapter, and talk about how the haughtiness of the daughters of Zion, speaking about you, that's why Southern Kingdom women, they don't have that hair. They don't have that real hair. That shit's all fucked up. Okay? But when you look at a Latina or you look at a Northern Kingdom woman, they still got their hair. Right. You see? But somehow the so-called black woman still finds a way to be the proudest woman on the planet. Right? Even though you're utterly destroyed. All right, verse 12 is the point. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right? So it's gonna go from I don't need a man to okay, you got X amount of side pieces, you got an X amount of women. Okay, I want to be number 15, number however many. And the thing is, we're gonna be having the liberty to pick who we want to deal with and who we don't. Okay, so there's gonna be, because what's the scripture saying, Jeremiah? I'll create a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Right now, the woman is over a man right now in this society, in this upside down, backward society. All right, but it's gonna be flipped back, like the scripture say. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. The Lord gonna mash that shit up, all right, and put it right back, right side up, man.
You're gonna be a negative 15.
Right.
You're gonna be plus 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be getting turned down.
Yep, a lot of you gonna get turned down because them demons gonna be boiling up on you.
Yeah.
You gonna try to act humble, but you that bullshit gonna spill out.
Right.
That bone gonna spit out when you talking.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sirach 26 and just real quick 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Yep. Hey, in layman terms, a bitch.
Yep.
That's why that's why a lot of these women they get caught in their dead because they're disgusting human beings, man.
Right. Well, they call themselves bad bitch.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Bitch.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Right. A pack of dogs. I eat us.
Man, you ain't mentioned about you talking about that rodeo in Houston.
Yes.
Bro, I've been seeing so many videos of how people talk about how black women, they just so fucking disgusted with the so-called nigga woman, man.
Yep.
Or how they was fucking dressing down there, man.
Yeah, because that's a family event. People like when you go to the rodeo, you bring your family to the rodeo, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You bring your family to the rodeo. It's you know it's a family event.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people think, oh, you gotta have boots. You can wear boots, but a lot of people come there with this with sneakers, like in clothes, bro. You know, it's just a time you come together and you know, and it's really a part of American culture.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Jake was called cowboys versus white men were called cowmen. But a substantial amount of cowboys, the cowboys were black, and they were doing the grunt work.
Right.
They were getting the cattle and okay, hey boy, go take this cow over here. You know, migrate them over here. You know what I'm saying? Before you had trucks and stuff, that's how you would get the cattle to go to certain places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Jake, you know, still knew a lot about the land and things of that nature. You know, and with that ability, guess what? Jake was able to make themselves substantially rich. Now, yeah, Esau Edom come in and burn down a lot of them cities, but Jake know how to fend for himself, bro. So that tradition was kept on.
Yeah.
You still got brothers from Houston that actually do traditional cattle runs. You know what I'm saying? So it's family, but you know, people done got a hold of Texas. Texas is a new wave now.
Yeah, yeah.
And so bitches gonna come down here,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, with a fucking thong on with some cowboy boots.
Lingerie.
I see this.
You just walking around basically lingerie.
Ass naked. It's like there's no sense of decorum,
Right.
right? No sense of fashion, no sense of
Yeah, that shit ain't.
you know, it's
yeah.
dead, bro.
What they call those tennis skirts? Now they wear the tennis skirts above their ass. And I was thinking, like, you got to think how disgusting that could be, because you go and sit in them public seats and you sitting bare ass on.
Take your seats out.
Like, it's real. That don't make any damn sense.
They don't give a damn.
They don't give a damn.
Damn.
They don't give a damn, bro.
Yeah. As long as they can look like the women like going outside. I've heard it from. They like going outside dressed like a slut. They like that shit.
Yeah.
Getting the attention from men and all that.
Yep. Now everybody. It's just like, man, you go outside and just bellies and booties be everywhere, man.
Don't need to be
Just belly out. Like, I don't want to see that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, my kids, dog. I got kids out here.
Man,
Right.
that's right.
It's second light everywhere. This that god damn, man. You know? Bellies and booties, man. I'm serious, bro.
Dog, you right.
And she got a beer belly with a you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
With a tank top on. Like, man, come on, man.
Tacky. So what I said.
Go ahead, huh?
All right.
Hey, so because of that, guess what? The Most High is gonna tear your ass down, man. Hey, right now you can go to McDonald's, you get something to eat. You can go to Weenie Bucket. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's expensive as hell nowadays, right? You go to all these places. This shit. They still playing this shit.
Oh, like I say, I just saw somewhere they were saying over 1,000 fast food restaurants are closing in 2026. Over 1,000. And like 100 of this. I think Wendy's, it was like over 100 or something too. A lot of like known fast food restaurants. And they said added up it was over 1,000. So that lets you know now you finna try to make these runs, you can see closed down buildings.
Yup.
It's basically the jobs that don't require a high level of specialization. They're just basically using AI to do your, like your normal, regular, low critical thinking jobs.
Yep. Because they got rid of all the immigrants. You know? It's a big push. It's a big push for AI. But the thing about it is, with AI is, it still needs funding in order for you to get these things established.
Right.
This is going to hurt. The whole situation is going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? The advancement of AI. It's basically, we're in what we're seeing is a global race who's going to control it. And America's trying to suffer in the fucking front. Okay? This is going to have serious repercussions for the everyday layman. All right? You're not going to be able to readily feed yourself or go where you want to and buy. You're going to have to make serious decisions.
Yeah.
This can of sardines or a bag of weed.
Man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's coming to the face of the earth.
Shit, gas or groceries.
Grass or groceries. Pay your utilities or feed yourself. That's coming to the face of the earth. A lot of people, they're not considering them, brother. Right? People are going to start considering when they can't eat.
Yep.
Go ahead,
Yep, this is continuing on. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
Hey, can we look at that word victuals
Go.
just for edification of the camera?
Yep.
I'll give you that GNT.
You read the verse? Okay, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right. So a very elementary or rudimentary definition of that would be food.
Yeah.
Food supplies. You got it, brother?
I just it says victuals refers to food supplies or provision, typically prepared for human consumption.
Mm.
It says the origin and history roots. The word traces back to Latin victus, livelihood, sustenance.
So livelihood subsistence. So right now, food is readily available because of the strength of the American dollar. We basically grew up in the world of consumerism. Consumerism is dying before your eyes, and this is the will of the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Okay, because a part of judgment is famine. Okay, so read that again with that definition.
Come. It says, 2nd Ezra 16 and 21, behold, victuals, also food supplies or provisions, shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
That's right. So people think that they're in good case, right? Because you can eat at any time of the day. That's coming to naught.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Romans chapter 13 and verses 13 and 14. It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not rioting and drunkenness, not in laboring and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh,
Go ahead.
so to fulfill the lust thereof. So all of these preppers, see, we're spiritual preppers, man. All right, we're storing up our treasures in heaven, making provision for the flesh, thinking that, basically your riches are going to be able to save you. James the 5th chapter talk about that. Go to now, you rich men. All right, basically your riches are cankered. Meaning anything that you try to save up here and lean on, all right, over the Lord is going to be taken against you and taken from you and used against you. Okay, because we just went into that word victuals, meaning provision. What the scriptures say, make no provision for the flesh.
Right.
Okay, to fulfill the lust thereof. All right, all we got to do is focus on, getting our daily bread. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he gonna, provide the rest, man. Okay.
Yeah. Got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You go along with that 2nd Ezra 16. This is 2nd Ezra 6, chapter 6, and verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Right, just going into your point, man. Like eventually it's gonna get to a point to where it ain't gonna be food left or much food left. Right? They already shrinking the sizes and you paying more for it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's going to continue to increase, and especially since we're going into the Strait of Hormuz situation, how it's attacking the petrodollar. Damn, a lot of shit from the skyrocket.
Yeah.
Right? I was listening to the video to Professor G. Yang. It could get to the point to where when your gas was just like $2 overnight, if that petrodollar was like just damn near taken out of the way, it could jump up to like $8 or $10 overnight. Right? So how much more the rest of the food?
Yeah.
Right, so it's gonna get to a point where you living lavish, you chilling, thinking everything's sweet, right? You're gonna get a hard, dose of reality. gas. Oh shit, I can't. Now I can't just go to the store. Hell, I ain't got money to get the gas. Exactly.
Back in history, I had a time with this. Damn. Go back in history and look at the Weimar Republic and watch what happened during that time. A loaf of bread was then like $1 million. Like people was bringing barrels of money and butter to keep themselves warm because hyperinflation kicked in. They turned on the money print machine. Same thing happened. They're still printing money. Shit, hyperinflation, like I said, overnight, that shit was back in the Weimar Republic. They wake up one today within 10 cents. The next day they're $5. Just that quick. 2 cents on
Because it's like, because at this point, right now, the only thing is backing up this money is the fact that you have to pay oil to get it. You have to use like cash to do it. With what Iran is doing, changing that, like, oh no, you ain't gonna use American dollar. I forgot what other money it was using, but it's not gonna be American dollar anymore. Right? Got slacky, yeah. Yeah, so with the fact of them simply changing that, right, it's a lot of shit finna change, man. You gonna see it in the store, man. Right, something that used to be $2 finna jump up to damn near $10, depending on how bad it is. You know?
Can I get something for you?
Okay.
Shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is the reduction in the size or weight of retail products, especially items of packaged food, with no corresponding reduction in the retail price.
Exactly. That was
Paying
what
more
happened.
for less.
Yeah, exactly. Paying more for less. Shit gonna be. I remember they did that some time ago with cereal, for example. Cereal box out used to be a lot bigger. Now it's a lot smaller. The price might be the same, but it's a lot smaller. But now it's gonna get to the point. It's gonna get even smaller, and the price gonna go up. So hey, a lot of people finna be being straight for real. A lot of people finna be like, damn, like what the fuck is going on? Right, like I said, a dose of reality is gonna hit people in the face. It's already right now. Even now, it's already to the point. Yeah, a lot of people not walking around with full grocery carts anymore. Right, you get a couple of things, man. You already damn near $100. Right? Shit. So it's like, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna be tough love for a lot of y'all that don't serve you. How about you don't shot? Right. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Revelation 6:6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. But when you go into that word, I pulled it up. When you go into that word, penny, it goes back to the Roman word denarius. I think I'm saying that right. But it says the word penny comes from the denarius, a full day's wage in the ancient Roman world. A measure in Greek is konops. It's about one person's daily food ration, meaning a whole day's work only buys just enough wheat for one person. That is extremely expensive compared to normal times. 3 measures of barley for a penny. Barley was a cheaper, lower quality food, often animal food. Often animal feed or food for poor people.
Yeah, like ramen noodles.
Right.
Say for example, you get ramen noodles gonna be got dang $10 a pack.
Right.
Right. Back in the day, it was what? Go ahead.
Shit, now you get them like 10 cents a pack. Yeah. You get 10 for a fucking $1. You know, it's like it.
No, go ahead, bro.
But it says 3 measures of barley for a penny. Barley was a cheaper, lower quality food, often animal feed or food for poor people, meaning you can get a little more barley for the same wage, but it's inferior food, suggesting people are downgrading just to survive.
Yep, that's what we about to see. All right. So right now, people think they're a good case, but guess what? Things are about to change. Still got that second.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. We keep reading on that.
please.
All right. I just read verse 21. All right. This is Exodus chapter 16. In verse 22, it says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy."
So we see 2 things brewing. We see war brewing. We see so, you know, and it's worse to die from famine than it is to sword. Look to what Lamentation, the 4th chapter. You know? Because again, the repercussions of this war is more than this oil getting more expensive.
Right.
The supply chain is being dismantled before your eyes.
Yeah.
Also, a huge component of the Strait of Hormuz item that comes out of there is fertilizer.
Yep.
Okay, so fertilizer, with that being more expensive, guess what? These crops are not going to yield the amount of crop that it usually does, man, making that more expensive, right? Also, it's already putting a strain, more expensive fertilizer gonna put a strain on these farmers. A lot of these farmers, they're already living, check to check. Some of them are offering themselves because they can't afford their farm anymore, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the information on that fertilizer?
Yeah.
You got some. Go ahead.
Well, it says approximately 50% to over 60% of synthetic nitrogen and phosphate fertilizer applied globally is not taken up by crops and become waste, leaking into the environment.
That's right.
Yeah, where's that at? Does it talk about where?
World One data, something like that.
Like what country?
They didn't say, but
Okay.
it's globally. It's
Okay.
global. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's obviously affecting the
Ecosystem.
the ecosystem. All right, but another topic on the fertilizer is the blockage of the Strait of Hormuz. It says by Iran has significantly disrupted global fertilizer trade, as about 1/3 of the world's fertilizer passes through the choke point. All right, it says this has led to soaring fertilizer prices and raised concerns about potential food shortages.
You see that? So food shortages are around the corner. And okay, say for instance, they open up Strait of Hormuz. You got to think, bro. This supply chain has been backed up. It ain't gonna just be readily just back on point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be just barely back on point. And how long has it been closed? For about like 12 days now? Hey bro, it get to a month, shit gonna get shaky out here, bro. It's not a game, brother.
What happened in 12 days?
Yeah, look what happened in 12 days. In 12 days, like the brother said. We gonna see that trickle down effect in the grocery store real soon.
Yeah, ain't no more getting them goddamn wings, man.
Right.
Like that ChatGPT said. That shit it's gonna go for you. People gonna start choosing less inferior food. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna, man, fuck it, man. Give me that Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Give me that Bill Gates.
Began the sausage.
Right. Yup, shit, nigga ain't gonna be able to afford that. That's real. That's gonna be real meat. They gonna have to get some
Tofu.
Hey, and it makes sense why they was pushing veganism so much.
right, bro.
Setting up the Beyond Meat shit.
Yep, they were setting it up, and guess what? People gonna cling on to that, man. Hey, it's less expensive to not eat meat versus eat meat, bro.
Yes.
Just look what Jake did. Just look what Jake did during the time of slavery. How Esau would throw Jake the intestines and bullshit.
Yeah.
Jake would make shit happen. Jake would cook goddamn dishes that now people pay, you know what I'm saying, money for to go eat that so. So what do you think niggas gonna do with this goddamn Bill Gates? Niggas gonna find a way to make that shit mimic something. Yeah, niggas gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jake I have concept when you can see how Jake was surviving with slavery. They cook a lot of beans. They'll make beef. They'll make on the bone broth.
Yeah.
They get the potatoes out the ground. They'll turn they call it bush. There was like cornmeal and hot water. They kept stirring it until it became grits.
Hey,
Jake, bro.
Yep.
Jake survived on
made
beans for like weeks.
Right. Yep.
They used to have they say lobster and all these things. That was like bottom feeders. You didn't have the slave owner and these Edomite eating food back in slavery time. We eat it now. It's a delicacy now to have lobster and things like that.
Yeah.
So now we're going to see these things going to get real expensive, and Jake got to basically downgrade a lot of things. Like I said, you're going to be working for a whole day just to feed one person. You got a family of 4 or 5. That could be hell.
Right.
I got something on the meat. We're dealing with the fertilizer.
Uh-huh.
It says what happens if fertilizer supply drops. I'm just gonna come down. It says crops grow smaller and weaker. It says yields drop Yields drop significantly, sometimes 20 to 50% depending on the crop. Food and prices rise fast. Lower supply of crops mean higher prices of grain like wheat, corn, and oil. Higher cost of meat because animals eat grain.
Yep. Hey, so this is gonna be a heavy trickle down effect, bro. Things about to get real serious, brothers. It's already been serious, but I'm talking about boot camp is over. You about to be in the game.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're about to be in it.
Right.
We're not gonna be just reporting, oh, look at this, look what's going on over there. No, it's gonna be happening over here.
On each other.
You know? Hey, in times of famine, what did the church have to do? The church had to come together. Did the time of Acts, Ananias and Sapphira, right? This whole situation, right? But a chapter before that, I believe it's in 6. You had Jake. Hey, they was selling their houses and they was like, look, we gonna do this for the church. They were zealous about it, bro. That's why it's important to get around our brothers now, so you can have that fervent love for one another, man. Being in that lone wolf spirit, man. You know, it's good to be self-sufficient and to have faith, you know, individually speaking. But really, in order for you to, you know, carry out the law, statutes, and commandments, you have to do it with other people.
For example, like the Passover. You know what I mean? Like it would be for your household. You would take the goat, bring it in your house. You know what I mean? Keep it in your house for a certain period of days, or the lamb, whether it was a goat or a lamb, either one. You know, that's just how it was done back then.
Yeah, but what if you couldn't afford one?
Yep.
You had to go to your neighbor.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
I got a person.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is
I'm sorry. You said more than that? Or was that pretty much it? Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 14 in verse 11. It says, then said Yahweh Shem Yahushai unto me, pray not for this people, for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry.
Right. So Most High is going to make it mandatory advance in the face of the earth. Mandatory.
Yep.
Right? Yep. These big backs need to decrease.
Yeah.
Wow. Dang, that's scary.
Make a point. Said don't pray for the people because these people are the same people that want this society to keep going. Right? They praying for America. Man, I hope America bounce back.
Yeah.
They in the spirit of Esau. Well, Psalm 49:11.
Yeah.
And they in the spirit of thinking this place for to continue on. So they're like, shit, hey, Lord, hey, make something happen.
Yeah.
But it's happened here, like for its good type deal.
Yeah.
So why would the Lord? Why would you pray for these people? You praying for to stay here longer?
Yeah. Right. You praying for a nigga that voted for Trump, blacks for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
He wearing a MAGA hat. 2017 Kanye West style nigga, and he's supposed to get it.
Right.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah. or even if you on the left side,
Oh yeah.
you go to one of them goddamn passages, they got Black Lives Matter posted on the damn wall.
Right.
At the end of the day, this nigga he praying hard as hell for the nation too.
Yep, absolutely.
Praying for to keep going.
Yep.
Spitting and speaking babble.
Yep. Right. Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Kundalini.
Yeah.
But you give Jake the truth, but they spiritually resistant unto it.
Right.
They can hear it, but they can't perceive it.
Right.
Well, Isaiah 6:10 made their ears fat. That's Jake, man.
Yep.
They can spiritually resistant to the truth.
Got some little more kind of ran back on that. It says global food shortages. Back in this is ChatGPT. It said if closure lasts long enough, developing countries could face real food shortages. Wealthier countries like the U.S. would still have food, but at much higher prices.
Yeah. Much food is gonna be available. It's gonna be at much higher prices.
Yeah.
So the Most High is going to deal with your decadence, man.
Yep.
right? Hey, a lot of you northern tribers, you so-called Latinos, you gonna get your bitch ass judged, man. For your racism against the southern tribe, man.
Yeah.
But you sit here and you emulate everything the southern tribe does, man.
Like I say, because when you think about
But that same asshole will come. The same asshole will come and he'll come and see us sagging, right? With all the gear that Judah has on, mugging us, looking us up and down. You can get your ass judged, man. Because a lot of you guys, you know that you're Israelites. You've heard it before.
Yep.
But you refuse to come out here because Judah's a head tribe.
Yep.
You have a problem with Judah.
Scripture said, since Judah gonna be raised up first in Zechariah. Right.
Hey, without them being raised up, you wouldn't know who you are.
Right.
But a lot of you guys, you're in the luxury of your home, and you're doing Latino only Israelites sit downs. You got a problem with your brother. You got a problem with your brother, and you're an Israelite. So you will get judged. You gonna get judged.
Right. That's right.
Chance, you got some more?
No.
God. This second Esdras chapter 15 and verse 19 in the GNT says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions.
Go ahead, brother.
That's the time that we coming into, like brothers are going into. Everything that's everything that's happening in the East right now is going to affect the whole earth, and especially Babylon the Great, man.
Yep.
See, because these people have been over here living without care, man. This is a land of like I say, unwalled villages. You see, this is the land that dwelleth without care. Going back and say how these women walking around, man. Here it is, a bitch walking around like the brother said earlier with no fucking lingerie on,
and
walk down the street,
Yeah.
and nothing happens to her.
Yeah.
That lets you know how you know what I'm saying. This don't care.
And the man is looking at us crazy like what you like y'all but not say nothing. Like dog, get your girl, bro.
Hey.
That ain't nobody's gal. That's
He raped her tonight.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's his riddle.
Yeah.
She already been raised.
And she was chopping screw and she got that nigga acting like she just top notch.
Yeah.
Can't tell me what to do. That's what they are.
Feel like a Oompa Loompa.
Everything is going to affect, like everything is about to be affected over here in America, man. Price is going up. The elders and brothers were saying it earlier, man. Everything is going up except people wages, man.
Yep.
You see, what you getting paid an hour of your time, your life, every day to go. And swimming like they swimming through gold like fitness. Man, you know, niggas chilling, bro. Oh yeah, hey, we ain't fucking all this shit, brother. Once this motherfucking food start getting taken out you niggas' mouth, then you gonna see shit real, man.
Jake always, like Jake do a crime and go to jail, then he get to jail. Now he wants to life over to God.
Yeah.
That's how Jake will be. When shit get crazy, I'm telling you, how Jake go to pray. They want to pray now.
Yeah.
Right.
You get your whole family, your circle, because you quit doing this shit. You get that so when Jake ain't get no food, he ain't want to come out here and take him in the Lord.
Right.
What was off the street though?
Right.
Yep.
Step out here doing that time while you trying to get some. You know,
Hey, I got something for you, Bernard. Amos 6:1 in the NLT. What sorrow awaits you who lounge in luxury in Jerusalem?
Hey, now people have been lounging over here, man. See, Jake chilling, man. You know, just like that's why. Hey, just like Jake was chilling in Egypt. Hey, that's why when shit got hard, he was in the wilderness. Niggas wanted to go back. See, Jake don't want to go through shit like the elder was saying, man. You know,
You go through it to get to it.
man, that's the only way. It tells you that in what, the second Esdras 7. It says that roughly paraphrasing, you got to go through that straight gate. If you were promising to inherit, the only way you can get it is going through that path, man.
Right.
I got something for you. I got some more for you. All right. What sorrow awaits you who lounge in luxury in Jerusalem, and you who feel secure in Samaria?
And see, a lot of our people, they feel secure in this place, man. Trusting in the shadow of Egypt, of Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? But really, that's about to be their shame. That scripture is about to come to pass once again, man. See, it happened back then during the time of 5 people. It's gonna happen again with this new pharaoh, man.
That's right.
You see, thinking that America is gonna save them, man. Thinking that these politicians and these particular rulers are gonna save them, man. No, you about to find out the hard way.
How you gonna be saved when the people that came over here conquered your people and taught them their language and basically destroyed them either by diseases or by the sword?
Right. Right.
You know?
Everything gonna be delivered when we saying all these things that's about to happen. Food shortages. You can the grinding is about to cease. It says in Ecclesiastes 12. Who do you think the first one is? If we got to get rid of to keep the food going to help sustain life.
Hey, the brother said jobs are being taken away. I had shared a video on Instagram today. They got a goddamn robot playing soccer, and the ball went over, and the dude kicked it. That motherfucker was about to motherfucker swung on him. And the dude, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
The robot swung on him like, you know what I'm saying? But that shows you they got all these goddamn robots doing all kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
Soon, hey, these fucking soccer players, these basketball players, they ain't gonna have no fucking job, man. See, because these goddamn robots gonna be playing basketball. They're gonna be betting on robots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
They gonna have Jaheim 5,000.
Right. They got a pro.
Brain.
Right.
Artificial ivory.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave. Right.
I see, guys. Still in the middle of verse 20, 61. You are famous and popular in Israel, and people go to you for help, but go over to Kalni and see what happened there. Then go to the great city of Hamath, and that was they were, and look at how they were destroyed. You push away every thought of coming disaster, but your actions only bring the day of judgment closer.
I don't want to face reality. You pushing out their mind. No, don't go. They get prophesy to a school thing. Prophesy to you know, while you ignore that, it's coming closer to your ass. Do you know it?
Scriptures goes into how they'll be willingly ignorant, right? To act like they don't know, but they really do know. Right. So that's why people are starting to listen to the prophets. They think they're like, what's happening? Right? Shit is getting worse, and it's like now Lord's showing up, and he's really getting ready to show out for real.
Yep. Back to it says verse 2, but go over to Kalni and see what happened there. Then go to the great city of Hamath, and down to the Philistine city of Gath. You are no better than they were, and look at how they were destroyed.
Yeah, man, because there was war before the Assyrians, came in and ultimately took over Samaria, right? You had the Syrians, without the A, Syria, or Damascus, right? Those people, were warring against Samaria, all right, and the Lord preserved them for a time because Israel. When I say Israel, I mean the northern and southern kingdom. They still had trade agreements and certain benefits and jurisdiction over other lands. All right, for a period of time after Solomon, you can remember the 40 years of peace, right? So Israel was, when I say Israel, Samaria, the northern tribes, they were basically swagged up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was, trying to put the southern kingdom in captivity. Like they was, going crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not real.
Jeroboam was the son of
What happened to people until you started to be between
Rehoboam started the beef.
Yeah.
But Jeroboam, he ended it. In a nutshell.
Because Rehoboam was alive during King Solomon, and when you read about Rehoboam, the first time it mentions him, it's on Jeroboam. Well,
Jeroboam is his son.
Like my bad, yeah.
Right.
Jeroboam, it says he was an industrious, individual. Jeroboam was alive during King Solomon's reign, and he basically fled, I believe, into Egypt. Okay, and then once King Solomon died, Jeroboam came back. Okay, and
Solomon's choice was trying to get Jeroboam. He was trying to get him hunted down.
Yep.
You know, and that ignited that animosity to the northern tribe, southern tribe.
Yep.
But when Rehoboam came in and started putting heavily taxes on the northern tribes, they was like, you know what, we're just gonna break off.
Yep.
That story.
So
Let's more to this.
Yeah.
Verse 4. How terrible, Slacky, verse 3. Amos 63. You push away every thought of coming disaster, but your actions only bring the day of judgment closer. How terrible for you who sprawl on ivory beds and lounge on your couches, eating the meat of tender lambs from the flock of the choice calves, fattening in the stall. You sing trivial songs to the sound of the harp, and fancy yourselves to be great musicians like David. Yep. So anybody can speak on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like, can you read the top part again?
Yes, sir. Verse 4. How terrible for you who sprawl on ivory beds and lounge on your couches, eating the meat of the tender lambs from these flock and of choice calves fattening in the stall. You sing trivial songs to the sound of the harp and fancy yourselves to be great musicians like David.
Exactly. So what two things that you that's pretty much set on your knees, as it says in Zephaniah 1 and 2, right? You be saying how the Lord gonna come visit you with a candle, those that are set on your knees, talking about Jake, ultimately. Right? The main ones chilling here is Jake, even though Micah 2 and 10 tells you not to do it because it's gonna destroy you and pollute you and destroy you.
Right.
And I think it was another part that you said in there that went into pretty much how you try to put off the day, but you only bring it closer.
Yeah.
Made me think about Romans, how you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth. Right? You thinking that you're gonna try to push Esau thinking that they can push prophecy back, when ultimately they ain't doing nothing but speeding it up and making it closer.
I'm gonna read it again, brother. Amos 6 and 3. You push away every thought of coming disaster, but your actions only bring the day of judgment closer.
Exactly, man. So you push away every thought of a coming disaster. Because Esau, they be watching. They watch the prophets, and they what we saying. They look into these things. They be like, oh shit. Then guess what? They're gonna try to do some things to push it off. But what it does nothing but bring it closer. Right? They done mess up. Man, get that whole this shit. You brought it like 10 times closer, man. Right? So y'all can't do nothing against the truth. But for the truth, man, your end is inevitable. That's what it is. It's inevitable.
Right.
There ain't nothing you can do.
That's
Right? So all you can do is get like the brothers like to say, get your last little hoorah, live it up, because your time is coming to an end and you're beginning to see it.
That's
Right? Esau already getting exposed. Right? The beast, they don't hate you. They starting to hate America, the whore. Right? It's just continue to get worse. No inspection. Better. And if you think it is, man, like I said, you finna get a dose of reality. You ain't finna, if prices finna go up, food going up, right? People ain't gonna be able to live comfortably no more, right? That's all I have to say.
That's right. Hey, and 2/3 of our people, they're in that mindset too.
Yep.
Right? Of being comfortable in this kingdom here. And this is speaking about the northern tribe. Northern tribe making money, man.
yeah.
They got their construction site businesses. They got the lawn care business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you got enough equipment and you get a contract, hey man, you can do some sense in the world.
Right.
Make some money, man.
Yeah, the food down there, Florida, Miami, that area. Yeah. That's like a hub. That's like the central trading hub for Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're so damn proud down there. See?
It's interesting, Mike.
They know.
See?
They know.
When you look at like Jake, we were talking about like the Northern Kingdom, when they had Northern Kingdom, like you say, he is hired, he works, and like you say, going into like Issachar, and these other different northern tribes, they work and they make money. They make money. They provide for their families. Like going to the average beds, they're comfortable. we go into like average beds and the things that was said in Amos 6, that's kind of like a life of luxury. Shit, average beds are comfortable, expensive.
Yep.
You chilling. You don't want that to end, so you put, hey, you're far, your Lord is far in the back of your mind. You know, that's the thing. You know, ain't thinking about the Lord. You thinking about how can I make this money? What can I do to provide? I'm chilling.
Right.
You know, just like the time of Egypt. You had when we left out of Egypt, hey, you had some Jake that was living good.
Yeah, that's what I was holding.
Yeah, go.
That's right.
And Jake is praying that this place continuing for it to get better. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You praying against the Lord's prophecy, man. You going against the Lord. The Lord, he come to destroy this place, but Jake is praying that this place go on.
That's right.
Really, shit, mad at the Lord. He about to bring destruction to this place.
That's right. People talk about they believe in the Messiah so much, but you don't want the will of Messiah.
Right.
You want to live good. You want to live comfortably here in Babylon the Great. Right? So the Most High is going to take you out of there, man. And it says in your Bible that you can't serve God and mammon.
Yeah.
Where people associate, basically prosperity with salvation, with godliness, man. It's going to be to their detriment, especially you northern tribes, man.
God.
That's what Christianity did, man.
That's right,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? At the end of the day, Christianity is a strong ass drug, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, what's that in Corinthians? Turn down the strongholds. You know, Christianity is a strong ass hold on especially our people, man.
Right.
They don't, you heard the dude, Christ is king, just walk by. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to let go of that idol, man. You know what I'm saying? They love that dude. They associate to that, you know, or they feel like, and that's why they're so caught up on the so-called white man, man.
Yep.
You know, because they feel closer related to him than us. You know what I'm saying?
And some of them are. There's a lot of terrorists amongst them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You
A
know?
lot of them, I feel like truly, a lot of them down, especially in San Antonio,
Yeah.
a lot of them are Spaniards, man.
That's why
Yeah,
the city is so bland.
Yep.
right.
Yep.
I'm to be honest.
Colorism is very bad in Latin America, because a lot of them, you know, after these various countries in South and Central America, when they were able to get freedom, if you will, right, from Spain and those various countries, they were actually, the Edomites that were over here, they was like, okay, you guys come over here, we're gonna actually pay you to come over here, right? And they were actually, breeding out the true northern tribe, man. And that's why Argentina is so-called white.
Yeah,
Chile, right? And again, classism is bad out there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's, you got the light skin El Salvador, you got dark skin. It look more like, okay, that's the real Laraza.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't go off of skin color per se.
Right.
It's by the spirit of the person. And some of the Spaniards were actually Jake.
Right.
That's why a lot of them. That's why in Latin America they received somewhat of a different captivity. They were amalgamated into the Spaniard custom. That's why they're so big on, quinceañera. All that shit come from basically Esau.
Yeah, right.
Versus here in North America, Judah endured a neo-caste system.
Yep.
Right, that was based off of your skin color.
Yep.
Right, and you can see like hints of that in Brazil. That's why they have like 5 different categories of race out there. Okay, there's a lot of those people that mix with Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? But even still, the ones over there that might look lighter, that affect Israelites, they're living good, bro. They ain't thinking about the Most High. They're thinking about Christ is king and getting paper.
Right.
Like the Khan has beautifully brought out. Hey, Khan, I got some more for you, man. In Amos 6:6. You drink wine by the bowlful and perfume yourself with fragrant lotions, Bath and Body Works. You care nothing about the ruin of your nation. Verse 7, therefore you will be the first to be led away as captives. Suddenly all the parties will end.
Yeah, 2nd Ezra 17. That happened, man. That happened in history. You know, Israel was utterly taken out of the place to the point where they called them Samaritans. You know, individuals that you know, claim to be the Sumerians. You know, individuals from Samaria. All right, that was actually implanted. All right, and it's funny. You know, we're talking about the Strait of Hormuz. Apostle Hart did a video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, going into how we believe that, you know, that Strait of Hormuz is what the northern tribe used to flee from the Assyrian Empire. Whenever, you know, the Lord allowed the northern kingdom to go, all right, we'll talk about that in second Ezra 13, all right, to go into, you know, Arsaris, or the North and South America, right? None of that stuff, Esau don't teach you none of that stuff. He try to tell you that 100,000 years ago, niggas crossed through Russia and Alaska and came down, all that bullshit. No,
Ice breeze.
Yeah.
You can walk by, look, man, it's a breeze.
Yeah.
Right. Well, where did she go?
Yeah.
No, you know, global warming breeze.
Right.
So, well, like you tell you, like say we grew up thinking Christopher Columbus came to America. We like he discovered it.
Right.
Then we read about it. He got all type of Native Americans here.
Yeah.
But he discovered it. But we weren't thinking that. I wasn't thinking that. Yeah, that's great.
Hey, in that movie that was famous, I forget the actor name. He was French. He played Christopher Columbus. 1492. He uses second Ezra 13 chapters. Like, look, I will tell you what's at. It's in the Bible. To let you know right there, they knew that these people over here were the Israelites, bro.
Yeah.
And they did all types of wicked shit to them, bro. Barbarous.
And don't say no most fire. Like, don't that go into how the chariots let them? Yeah, come.
Yeah. Amen, boy. I got quick props. Daniel 7 and 8. It says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn.
Right, which is America.
Right, which is America, man. So America was the nation that was predestined to have the vast majority of Israelites within it, to be the last captivity. Okay, the last captivity, basically the Roman Empire revamped.
Right,
you know, which this chapter talks about.
Right, which came out of the French, the Spanish, and the British. Right, and then sprouted that little horn, which you see now.
You see, specifically from the British, that little horn came out from the British Empire, and like the elder said, well, I'll finish the verse. Right, it says,
break it down too.
It says, I considered the horns, Daniel 7 and 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them, another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. All right, like we just went into. All right, the British, the French, and the Spanish. Okay, because those are 3 out of the 7 heads or the 10 horns. Okay, that Babylon the Great had to basically subdue in order to become the nation that it is today. All right, and so it says, continued on. It says, and behold, in this horn, Slakia, were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
That's right.
Okay, the boasting that he does against the Most High. All right, the philosophies that he pushes. Okay, basically, everything that he does is speaking against Yahweh Shai. Okay, putting the back in the Amalekites, saying that they're the true people. Northern and Southern Kingdom, talking about manifest destiny from from Atlantic Ocean to Pacific Ocean. You gotta have it all, right? His desire is as hell.
See?
Yeah, correct.
BB, that's not a Jew. Yeah, he when he, I don't know if he actually said they were saying said that he basically just gonna eventually bring back the Messiah.
Yep.
You know, but the thing is, those small heads over there, they don't believe in the Messiah.
Hell,
Right.
no. People was getting on him about something. Either his AI agent or whether it was him or whoever said, supposedly him, right? Talking about, there's no difference between Jesus and Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Because Genghis Khan, he won through violence. He said, unfortunately, there's no difference between Jesus and Genghis Khan. You know, that demonic voice he got.
Genghis Khan, through his violence, would basically overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we don't, so he's saying that. So if we don't retaliate, we're gonna end up basically like slain, like how how Jesus was slain. We got to be like Genghis Khan. We got to fight against him. We got to fight against these barbarians.
Hard as hell.
Yeah.
And where are you Christians at to basically break down what's going on right now, man?
Right.
All this praying for Trump and things of that nature. Okay, prophetically speaking, what's going on here, man? It seems like Christians are more worried about us than what we got going on in our awakening versus them actually divide the word and truth.
Right.
Yeah,
I was gonna say vocab alone been hella quiet.
yeah. Vocab alone is trying to prove how superior Christianity is. If you're superior, you shouldn't have to prove that you're superior. You should just be. If I would go to the gym with Michael Jordan in his prime, right? I'm talking about the basketball gym. And he in there balling. He don't have to prove to me that he's superior to me when it comes to basketball.
Right.
I'm a peon today. You know? I come to like let me guard you.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you out the way. He won't be giving me the ball to defend this. I got to defend this. Break it, you know what I'm saying? Studying film about me.
Right.
Yeah, man, this nigga cold. Oh my God. Like, no, he wouldn't have to do that, bro.
Yeah.
Same thing with you Christians. If you got the answer, you should be giving like breakdowns of what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
Do you watch it? So they doing this inside fighting, they're debating one another, right? You got people still out there debating about the Trinity. It's like, okay, bro, we get the Trinity. What about prophecy?
Right. Wait, man.
You know? There's no prophesying going on. They're not giving understanding on, okay, the situation that's going on over there in Israel. They're calling people, those people the chosen people, if they don't believe in the Messiah. How does that work?
I do that.
Right? How do they get into that land, you know what I'm saying, without the Messiah? Doesn't it say they in the land that is on the face of the earth?
Right.
We should be coming, if they're the Israelites, we should be coming to them for answers. Like, okay, how do we live?
Right.
And that's not happening. That place is riddled with, PDF files. Hell, Epstein was a small head, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Crime rate is over there. One of the biggest ones.
Yeah. People don't talk about that. Like, he was a small head. It's more likely he worked for Mossad, right? Which is the Jewish equivalent of the CIA, right? Doing all types of freaky shit with different politicians around the world. What are we doing here? What's the outcry and what's the breakdown? Right? If you got the name of the Heavenly Father, right, you shouldn't have the understanding of these scriptures, bro.
Right.
But when it comes to prophecy, hey, these Christians are solid. They're not giving any answers.
Yeah.
They're played out. The black church, all you doing is asking for fucking money. Every day, people are getting exposed. These churches are getting exposed. Pastors asking for $1,000 Come up here right now. Give me your deed. Literally, somebody said that. Give me your mortgage, tax refund.
Yeah.
You want me to be in there, don't you? Say, hey. You got sold
10,000.
You got sold 10,000
right now.
So come on now. I feel it. Somebody got it. I told you practically begging. Like, damn, nigga.
People still believe that shit. That's
And all people are doing is just making fun of it. Like, I listen to radio at work. All they do, you got Rick Smiley, suspect ass. All they do is just make fun of it. These pastors be tripping. But this guy supposed to be this big ass Christian. Everybody think it's a joke, and serious times are coming on, man.
right.
Like, just serious. Like, serious times are happening. Where's your answers, man? Okay, below. Okay, you don't believe in us. You think we're just crazy cult. Why don't you explain that there is a substantial amount of white supremacists in your denomination? I'm talking about Calvinists, bro. Nobody's talking about that.
Right. Shit, what Babylon the Great at? Well, you know what I'm saying? But like, what if you don't believe us? They go just wait. Stop the process. Yeah, you right. Just look around.
For Trump. Man, get your bitch ass out. They're getting broke as hell.
Blink inside.
Let's see.
This is
Real quick about the small hats.
Yeah, please bring it out.
When you deal with prophecy, for you Christians, vocab Malone too. The scriptures say when the real people are back in the land, it ain't gonna be no more war, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's war happening right now over there, bro.
Right.
In the land. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wanted to grab this right quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 36. I'm gonna read verse 2 and I'm gonna jump down to the point verse 5. Ezekiel 36:2, it says, "Thus saith Yahweh Bashmiel Shai power, because the enemy has said against you, aha," which is, they say that to this very day.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy showed you that in Coming to America when he was playing that Ish dude. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Even the ancient high places are ours in possession." And that's everything that belonged to us, man. They're in our land, but have our heritage. You know what I'm saying? That represents the ancient high places, man. I'm gonna jump down to 5 real quick. Here's the point. It says, verse 5, Ezekiel 36:5. "Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Shemel Shai power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen." So we're dealing with heathen here, man. It says, "And against all Idumea," Greek term for Edom, man. It says, "which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." So it's that it's heathen in the land that's have possession of the land. Idumea, to be more specific and on the point of it, which is a Greek term for Edom, man. They have the land in their possession. So those so-called those pale males over there, like to coin the phrase of the beloved Elder Malcolm, those pale males over there, man. They don't fit the prophecies, man. As a matter of fact, well, they fit this one. This one is the one they do fit. Edom has possession of the land, man. Not the righteous, real, true, biblical Hebrew Israelites, which consist of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, of course, the scattered seed that may not come looking like the average Israelite, man. But they have the spirit of an Israelite.
So they want the people while this war,
Right,
and on top of that, why their power ain't come down to like the lift.
right,
When they talk about building a third temple again
Right.
and all this madness, right? But they've been talking about that for decades. They never did it.
yeah.
But even if they did, it wouldn't be. But like, it's constant war over there.
Yeah, they built a third temple to get that bad boy blew up.
Yeah.
On top of that, all kind of abomination be going on in the goddamn temple.
Right.
At the temple right now.
And the temple is being built. And that's it. Spiritual.
That's what how Michelle was talking about.
Right.
Right.
I have precept. All right. This is Psalms 50 and verse 16. It says, "But unto the wicked, Yahweh Shai saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth. So who's the wicked?
Right.
Right? In Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The devil is some plain white man, Esau. Okay, he's the one that's declaring the statutes of the Lord, acting as if he is of the nation of Israel. Okay? Even to the point where you got other Edomites like Tucker Carlson challenging what was it, the Mike Huckabee, which is supposed to be the ambassador for Israel, about the origin of their claims. Well, why is it he was asking like, why is it that you guys are claiming to be the biblical Israelites, all right, when there's no way to prove that. Okay? Now, yeah, you can identify as Israeli, but he was asking what constitutes you as descending from those people.
Right.
And there was no answer. Okay, there was no answer that Mike Huckabee could provide. All right. So Esau, obviously we know he's an imposter, man. Okay. Any nation, he'll cling, identify as any nation other than his own. All right, because why the scripture say he's a king was what? A fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. A fugitive and a vagabond, that's a criminal that has yet to serve his sentence. Okay. So, like Revelation, the 18th chapter talks about, all right, sin is stacked up to heaven, man. You're going to have to pay that tab. Okay? And all the interest, all the extra drinks, all right, of that cup, you're going to have to drink it, man.
You're going to pay that tab double,
Right.
according to verse 6, the very next verse.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay that double.
Yeah.
It started back in the day to now. That's like your sins been built up.
Right.
Back then, there's been a Renaissance period. So your sins is back to the application.
Shit, even Grecian Empire, Roman Empire, Psalms 137. You know what I mean? Even during the time of the Exodus. All right, Esau he's been doomed since day one.
Yeah.
All right, because when you understand that that's Cain coming back in the reincarnation, he's the one that has to bear that curse.
That's why he marked them.
Right. That mark is the mark of leprosy, man. There ain't no fucking Harry Potter scar that you can hide under a little bang that you got. Nah. Okay. He's a clean leper. All right.
Right.
And he's basically trying to mingle his seed with everybody to make leprosy look normal.
He's also been doomed from the children. Because the Lord gave him a blessing of the sword. And Yahushua even said it, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's a trick bag, man. He's been doomed from jump.
Yep. See, playing out. The whole troop administration, Esau thought that all he had to do was just go in there to the leader, and scare them with killing those children. That didn't do anything but galvanize, the Iranian people to band together even more so. All right. So now he's engaged in a war that he wasn't ready for.
Right.
Yep.
He saw, he had his mindset on, a very short war that was going to last for a week.
Right.
He in fact created this to last for months, and I dare say years.
Right.
Because with that Strait of Hormuz being closed, they're going to have to fight to get that bitch open, brothers. And when you see the troops over there, and you have certain ex-military experts like Larry Johnson, Scott Schroeder, they saying, man, 25,000 ain't gonna get it. You need 250,000 as a way to penetrate Iran.
Right.
No excuse.
Yep. To that terrain and things like that.
Yep.
There was another military expert. He said, "You thinking he's gonna send all these Marines and these certain expert or these what they call them the high military guys over there just to make sure everything is just straight and look around? No, they getting ready to put more troops on the ground. They finna really get into it. They said war really starts when you
get truth.
Right. Yep. That's the only way. I'm sorry, I put you up. That's the only way. No, did you answer me? That's the only way that you're able to actually take over an area. Right. Is by putting boots on the ground. Yeah. You have to occupy it. Mm-hmm. Right.
Who's gonna be left with the ground?
Yeah. I mean, they're announcing that they're sending people over there. It's like, do you want these people to get killed? Like, Iran is not playing with you guys, man. You just next year, we got to send some people over there. They're gonna get the fucking intel and bomb these people before they even able to touch the terrain, bro.
Right. One guy I would listen to teach about 10, 15,000 troops. You gotta have at least 500 to a million to go there. Yes. You can't go to no 20,000.
And America doesn't have that. People. First of all, the average American male, that nigga's a metrosexual.
That's
That nigga wants to be cute. You know what I'm saying? You know, he want to be cute. Yeah, that nigga TikTok dancing with his friends. You know what I'm saying? Got veins over his eyes and shit. You know, they're not ready for war. They're too busy into themselves. So they're gonna forborn the fight. Hey, get there, Jeremiah.
If I can ask one.
Go ahead, brother.
Jake really, when they sign up for the military, they signing up to, cause they want this car, or they got some school scholarships to pay for, and they trying to pay bills, man. And just they seen it as an easy come up. Right. Not understanding and knowing that you basically coming to sacrifice for your country, man. Yeah. You signed up to be a sacrifice, whether you knew that or not. Jake didn't know that. Exactly. Exactly.
They'll go there and fight for this country. Come over here and get called a nigga.
Right.
Yeah, people, and that's why, you know, people aren't getting into the military. You know, there's a need for people to enter into the military. That's why there's going to be a draft.
Right.
And America, so they're desperate. They're desperate. They're even, you know, boiling over the thought of drafting women. What country allow your woman to fight in fucking war, man? Right. It's a lot of, but you know what? Send their ass over there. Yep. A lot of these females that studs, shit like that. You so big and bad, get your big ass up and go over there, man.
Yep. And bougie, huh?
Yeah, more like bad bloated. Right. Go ahead, Doc.
Jeremiah 51:30 says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight.
That's right. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. Right?
They got that shit from Southern people too.
Yeah.
When they started rapping, that's what they started. They used to be singing, now it's this
rapping. Whatever the Southern tribe do, the Northern tribe does. Whatever the so-called Southern tribe does, the so-called Negro, the Latinos follows.
Right.
Hell, samba, salsa, all that came from Negroes, man.
Yep. Stick to singing, man. They can sing.
Well, that's why Judah had to be awakened first in this knowledge, because they gonna follow suit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jacob, the Northern tribe follow everything, but when it comes to this truth, you act like you don't know what's going on. Now all of a sudden you don't speak English.
Right. It's okay. The Lord got the word going out, and
they ain't got no excuse.
But you know, that's why the main deliverance is gonna happen. Is gonna be here in Babylon the Great. Because I used to wonder, like, damn, like you got, you know, billions of people, you know what I mean, in South America, excuse me. You got more people in South America than you do North America. If you add the population up, like Brazil and all that, there's more people in South America than North America. And that's known for the Latin world, but the majority of the salvation is going to come out of here, Babylon the Great. And after, you know, Yahweh Shah come back, there's going to be a purging of the rebels. Anybody that don't want to get right with Yahweh Shah, after they seen the destruction of Babylon, and you still don't,
right? You still gonna have something that's gonna be like Jesus,
right? So, and I've been down there to see, They got the idols, Santa Maria, Mary, Mother, the Virgin Mary. They got that shit. I'm talking about shit you don't see in here. It's overt out there, on the sidewalk, a shrine, and they got little shit, candles and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, they gonna have to get rid of that, man.
Yep. Praying to the dead. Just like Judah, we talk about ancestors. Hey, the Northern tribe really into that, bro.
Yes.
Hey, on the Day of the Dead, you got some people, you know, Northern tribe. They actually go to the grave site and like basically have a picnic, man. For like a better term.
Yeah. No, they're the dead. They're los pueblos.
Yeah.
You know, they give food offerings and shit. You know. Yep.
Jeremiah 51:30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed.
Yeah, people are gonna lose the spirit to fight. All right, but it's gonna be too late. Like the other, nations that, the weak, that they're gonna say that they're strong. They're gonna beat their plowshares into swords. You're already seeing that going on right now. All right, the least of the flock is drawing out. All right, Babylon. All right, and any. Like it says in Isaiah 19, all right, the Egyptians isn't just talking about Esau, all right? If you are an individual that identifies, all right, as an American first, all right, over being an Israelite, guess what? You're going to go right along with everything Esau puts out. You're going to go along with his system. You're going to go along with his mark. You're going to go along with his image, okay? You're going to end up taking the MOTV, all right, which is the RFID. You're going to end up taking what? Oh,
Yeah, no, that is cool. We'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
It says they became as women. They have burned their dwelling places. The bars are broken.
See that? So guess who's going to be we are already high value men, but guess who's going to be known? Like it says in second Ezra 16, this shall they be known who are my chosen. Okay, it's gonna be plain to the eye, and guess what? The Lord, Yahweh Shah, he already said, that he's given his men power to retain or remit sins. Okay, so at the end of the day, heavy judgment is gonna be going down to the point where, we're gonna be having to make life or death decisions.
Seriously.
Okay. And we're going to be seeing, women, children, the elderly. They're going to be suffering famine.
People going to run up to you for help.
Yeah, and you're going to have to.
Yeah, I didn't say like how we feel now. People didn't make it on that time.
That's right.
Like Joshua Caleb, spirit. Yeah,
That's right.
Okay. Everything was one out here, the left side, the right side.
That's right.
Out here.
I pray, brothers. Pray and try to fast. Try to get yourself closer to the Heavenly Father. Because we in them times. It's about to be game time. There'll be no more game playing out here, man.
Practice
All right.
was over.
Yep.
We spiritually practice the whole time. Now, I'm about to
Yep. We're about to see what to do. Hey, with that being said, we'll give all praises to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shah, by Shem Kakadash. Number honor to the apostles and elders everywhere. These salutations, I count to Shalom.